My name is Anthony Navarro. I'm just gonna do the Magical Mayhem Turret Challenge real quick. Just wanted to show I have a working thing, but I have to check some settings in my editor real quick just to make sure everything's saved. Right here, I did add some functionality to my turret where you can pick the target to aim at, and I'll go ahead and pick him first. But unless I switch it to the editor's choice, that won't matter. So I also did have a slight error that if I died, I had to get an error because it was trying to read and look for the player still after I died. So I went ahead and changed that. And let's go ahead and change the rotation speed, make it something more slow so it shows that it's rotating properly and not too
Magic.
instantaneously. So notice I have that AI going and I could run, and it will aim
Ow.
towards me either direction, jump over it. I'll calculate that and it's working as intended.
Ow.
Logic is working fine, but I just wanted to show if I switch this over to, I added this myself. Um, Logic.
Magic.
That you can go ahead and come over here, and instead of aiming at the player, it will aim at an NPC or any target at of your choice. Let's say you wanted to aim at a wall for some reason, I'll go ahead and shoot that for you. But other than that, let's get straight into the logic. Event graph. I have select target over here. This is an extra, but it's deciding basically whether you want to shoot at the player based on the enum or on your editor choice. And then I have over here an event tick, aim and fire projectile, right? So get the target from over there. So if it was the player, it's the player. If it's not the player, it's someone else. And I did have to add onto the aim that it has to validate the target because when the turret actually killed me after I exited the game, it gave me a pretty nasty error. So if it's valid, it's gonna do something. If it's not valid, it's gonna just let that go into the nether. Might even return here. Just get out of here. I don't know if you need to, but I don't think you do. Then to meet the requirements, I had to use a dot product. I did make one version of the turret with the cross product that worked exactly as I expected it to, but I was about to upload the video and I saw that you need to use the dot product functionality. So I had another error where when I plugged in the dot product to my previous formula, it was basically just shooting 90 degrees to the left or right. I forget which one exactly, but it was not working as it intended with the dot product. It worked well with the cross, but not with the dot. So I went ahead and made some changes. Instead of getting the muzzle's forward vector, I got the right vector. But then another error popped up that it was not exactly where it was supposed to be. So this went to 180 degrees away from the player or away from the target. So I had to multiply that by a -1 value so I could go ahead and get it aiming at the intended target. So if we go back to aim, we then save that. Just go into calculate left and right, return that, so we get a new value, and we save that as a dot product. Set that. And then we check if the is overlapping accurate, player detection area over here. And if it is the target, those two are overlapping, we branch off of that. And if it's not, then we just get out of here. But if it is true, we take our dot product that we set earlier and then check if it's less than 0. If this is true, we need to create a positive rotation so we can go ahead and hit our intended target. So I multiply the rotation speed by the world seconds so I could get some smoothness, and then we plug that directly into the Z yaw. But if it is greater than 0, so this returned false, I go ahead and now have to multiply it by a negative value, not a positive value. So then, getting the same nodes, I just again multiply by -1, and it rotates exactly as it's supposed to, as you saw earlier. And that really is my video. Um,
Magic.
Also got these little rotators. Just these helped a lot actually, so I'm really thankful. When I made this thing rotate fast, it was like a crazy effect. I made it rotate really fast and it just tripped me out. But probably should have warned people before jumping on that. But I also made this thing and I beefed it up a little bit. So you can go ahead and let's see, shift 1 instead of the turret. Go ahead and select the launcher. And let's say I wanted to change the launch angle. I don't know if this is on construction. So let's do 50 degrees. I don't think it's on construction. So it won't set out during the editor, but this works as well. I added a cool effect so it wasn't just like a railgun. So now it launches you up there. Kind of missed my mark there, but
Magic.
yeah, that works and it's really neat. I really appreciated this too. I could probably use this later on. And that is not strong enough. That is just not trying to get me where I'm trying to go. Just want to get I can't leave it on an unsuccessful launch. You know?
Magic.
Gotta make sure it's a good. That is also terrible aiming. Oh man.
Magic.
Okay. Not enough angle. Oh man, it's bittersweet right here. Okay. Why is the launch? I thought I put it back to 45. Okay. That is probably why. Let's get 45
Magic.
degrees and it will up the trajectory for me. And now I could just get in there. Successful. Again, really appreciate that. That was a really cool thing. Might use that in my final gameplay. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day.